What's up guys, it's Ravenclaw here, bringing you another video all about the 7.1 changes. Let's get right into it. First things first, all about the hunters. A lot of you have been asking, Raven, why have you not been playing survival? And I've said to all of you, okay, I haven't been playing survival, one, because I'm not really familiar with the new playstyle. I have been giving it a little bit of a go, haven't really been getting too involved with it. I love BM, I've been BM for years. I just love it. Now, obviously in Warlords, survival, yes, I did play survival quite a lot for arenas. Now it's a melee spec, not really into it. So if we look right here, this is on the 7.1 patch notes on the World of Warcraft website. Links are in the description so you guys can go check it out. But if you look here, they've been buffed. Okay, they've had quite a buff. I think it's because to get more, I don't know, more sustained damage out there. They're not too bad. They have a lot of CC, a lot of lockdowns, but I felt they were a bit lacking in pressure because, for example, like if I was BM versus survival, it was quite easy to keep them at bay, regardless of like their traps and things like that, or their grappling hooks and slowdowns. It just didn't feel like they're as powerful as a ton of pets just ripping them to shreds. Looking here, now they're coming a bit more viable in the sense that they've got a lot more damage to do. Now, having said all this, a lot of you are saying, well, why aren't you playing survival? Why do you play BM? It's simple. You have to press 2 buttons and you can win. Yes, that's probably true. It's not so much it's easy to play, I just like the style. That's as simple as that. Now, I will be giving survival a go because I have a lot of you awesome people out there that play survival. I will be doing survival and I will give it a go, and I might even do it live. Might do a whole video on it. I don't know yet, but keep an eye out for that. Moving along, as we're talking about survivals here, it's all about the survival show. Marksman, a little bit of a reduction there on your aim shot. I don't think that's really going to matter, considering if you look above, vulnerable now increases damage by 50%. Yes, it's one less stack, but come on, 100% when there's 2 stacks, as opposed to 75% when there was 3. So it kind of balances that shit out. Alright? Now here, guys, this one I found interesting. Post haste has been reduced, the speed boost you get. That's okay, but if you look, Trailblazer, you know how I kept whinging about, aspect of the cheat is a 3-minute cooldown for not much gain? It's like they've brought it back in with this Trailblazer where you get that 25% speed boost when you haven't attacked for 3 seconds. Not if you are attacked or you'll get dazed or anything like that. It's as if they have brought that back to replace what they've taken away with the aspect of the cheater. That's pretty good. I don't mind that. I don't say it's going to take over post haste, but it's a good utility nonetheless. Okay. Whoa. What a rant. Let's move on down to something interesting, as in the way of PvP. Okay, so as you all know, prestige system has been updated so that if you want to prestige, you won't lose all your talents. I did prestige by, well, it wasn't by accident. I was clicking it to see what, if I press the button, what will happen. All right, cool. Then I thought, let's do it because it's going to change anyway. All right, then I thought, oh crap. I'm not going to get any of my talents. So if you did prestige before they brought it over, I'm sure you would have noticed that anyone that did prestige prior to 7.1 gets all their talents, which is epic. Alright, so if you prestige from now on, instead of losing your talents, you'll simply get rewards. So I think from memory, you'll get artifact power and gold and all that cool stuff. Here we go, the rewards for PvP gear in World Quest. This is something I wanted to touch base on because, as you know, I've been leveling a few toons, and I'd start off with looking for World Quest first. Anything that I can get from a World Quest to upgrade my gear. And every time I'd look at a PvP World Quest, it would either be, 25 gold for killing about 50 people, or artifact power of 600. I mean, that's just crap. And then I'd look and go, oh yes, here comes a piece. And it's 840. I mean, I don't need that 840 piece. So it kind of me going, you know what? I'm not going to bother doing that because that's just stupid. You know, unless I'm like enchanting that piece. So I can go get it and just enchant it, disenchant it and all that stuff. If you look here, what they've done now, it will scale with your current rating. This is epic. This is what I'm talking about. Finally, they've done something that's keeping PvE and PvP close-knit. Love it. This is really, really good. And I am loving Legion for this. Now, if you look here, PvP now scales as World Quest gear rewards... Hold on. Well, I read that wrong. Rewards now scale as World Quest gear rewards scale. What? Anyway. And PvP gear rewards can be Titan Forged, Warforged socket, including tertiary stats. Epic. Now, players will no longer receive a bonus piece of gear of their rating for the first 2 wins in each rated bracket. So, you know, each week comes around, I'm looking for a 2v2 box or 3v3 box or rated BG box. That's good because it will stop everyone just, you know, pugging arenas and take away from the way it should be. It should be you're jumping into an arena to start your, you know, gladiator battle trip. That's how I see it, you know. Arenas are for when you're ready to go, smacking it out, get up that rating, and start feeling good about yourself, I guess. But having said all this, okay, the gear will scale to your rating. So if you're, say, 1500, you'll get a piece of gear that's relevant to the 1500 rating. So on and so forth. Up to 2k, then you'll start getting gladiator gear, which is, I think, about 880, I believe. Anything over 2k, or is it 2.2? But you get the idea. It goes up, so 850, 860, and so on and so forth. That's great, and I like that. The reward increase for your first victory of the day has been extended to all brackets. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And artifact power rewards have been increased. So let's flick on over to the next page. If you look here, artifact power for us PvPers, that's epic. Especially if you're at max knowledge. Check this out. You jump into a rated BG and you can smack out 7,600 artifact points. That is great. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Because I'm finding now that I'm towards the end tier of my artifact weapon, I'm going to get like 1 billion artifact points. Jesus, that's a lot of artifact points. Okay, this is sort of turning into a rant more than, hey guys, look at this stuff. Okay, moving on, shall we? Next thing I wanted to quickly talk about. Now, these are more sort of updates, things like that. Now, the maps. When we are doing world quests, I used to be able to go onto a flight path, look at the zone you want to go into, and land nearest the next world sort of what's it called? World quest. What they've done is they've flipped it. So now, if you've got sorry about that, I cannot stop these motorbikes from driving past my window. It just annoys me. So, okay. So, what I'm talking about here is you will land next to a current quest that you've done. And I found this because, as you know, I'm leveling toons and sort of trying to get everything up to speed so I can keep up with all you awesome guys. Now, social grouping. Oh, the social grouping, that's awesome too. They've allowed, now if you look in your friends list, you can click onto your friends list, and if any one of your BattleNet friends are searching for a group, you can quick join straight into that without having to looking through sort of group finder and all that stuff. I think that's actually a pretty good feature. Another thing else, guys. Yeah, that's good English for you right there. You can write that down. There's not much else in the way of... Like I said, you can go through and check out all the other classes, which I do suggest you guys do, especially if you're doing rated PvP. It's good to know your class. It's even better to know your enemy's class. Know about... speaking of thing, we'll just quickly touch on the druids. I have noticed a big difference. Probably not so much a huge difference, but there has been changes since I used to play Resto and Feral. A few things have changed from there, which... Because, for example, I think it's Healing Touch, I believe. Now it's Regrowth that becomes instant as a Feral. Once you use your combo points, you get an instant proc, which they've changed now to Regrowth. It's kind of interesting because now it gives you a heal over time, which can basically be spell stolen by a mage or something like that, as opposed to this massive heal you used to be able to do. I don't know. I'm not really getting into that. We'll talk about that in another video. What I want to do is, now we've talked about the The changes, yes, all well and good. Let's talk about the hot fixes, because they've gone and done it. Yes, time to change it. So first things first, back on October 13th. If you look here, Beast Mastery agility reduced by 10% in PvP. That kind of sucks. Yeah. So we found Beast Mastery damage to be too high, but we don't feel it's due to any specific ability or mechanic. So we're reducing the overall PvP template. So in other words, hey guys, you guys are hitting too hard. We cannot find the reason, so just blanket everything. That'll fix it. That's good. Awesome. Anywho's. If we scroll back up, there's another one that I wanted to have a look. This is a lot of, I'm noticing a lot of rogues and mages and shamans. They're all getting the, if you look here, agility reduced, stamina reduced. It's just a lot of nerfs all around. Shaman, enhancement shaman. Yes. I cannot stand enhancement shamans. Those things hit like a truck and heal themselves as if they had a druid, a resto, or another healer sitting on their back just healing them that we cannot touch. It is insane. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Now up here, here's another one. Hunter, Bestial Fury will correctly increase Bestial Wrath's damage bonus to your pet and Hattie. That's epic. It's sort of like equalizing it across all of you now. So yourself, both Hattie and your pet will do sort of, they're on par with each other now, which I think is great. To be quite honest, I didn't notice it that much, But having said that, all of these really will come down to the way you play. Yes, you get nerfed. And yes, you'll hear a lot of people saying, that's it, I'm quitting Hunter, and I'm quitting this, and I'm quitting that. But it comes down to how you play. What you need to do is you take all this on board, go, all right, you've given us this, you've given us that. Let's deal with it. Let's find how we now can move forward and show them how we Hunters roll. Yeah, all I really wanted to do is sort of go over the few bits and pieces that I have found. Just sort of to answer some of the questions you guys have been asking, pretty much. Nothing too major in the way of the Hunter, other than survival. And as I said, survival, I'll be doing a full video on it, whether it's just PvP gameplay, a guide on it, I'm not sure. So you can keep an eye out for that one. I'll do that one next. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much sums up the hot fixes as far as I'm aware of it. I encourage you guys now to talk about it in the comments. Get me involved. I'd love to discuss what you guys think of the patch, the new patch. What have you found? What do you like? What don't you like? Let's talk about it. And there's nothing else that I missed. Here, before we leave off, here we go. Remember how I was saying your gear scales to your rating? This is it here. So anyone between 0 to, say, 1400, 840 gear, that's not bad in itself, guys. That's actually pretty good. And a lot of you, I know that my Hunter team out there, you guys are all epic. You're just all epic, okay? I don't care if you're not, you are. I say it is here, you can quote me. All right? A lot of you guys can get to 1400 easy and get yourself 840. That's awesome. But if you have a look, it scales up. Yeah, so at 2400, it's 880. Not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And even in the 2K range, 865 to 870, that's not much of a jump. But anyway, but that's good. That's very good. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening to my rant, or just listen to me talk for about 10 minutes. I'm so sorry, I wanted to make this shorter, but I just got so involved. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. If you are excited for taking all these things and showing everyone out there how epic of a hunter you are, smack that like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. We are closing in on 4K. I'm not going to get excited right now. I'm not going to let it go, because that's a whole video in itself. When we hit 4K, you just wait and see. And until next time, you awesome hunters, take it to the battlefield. You show everyone who it is and keep on sniping, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.